up, you guys? It's Marlena and welcome to or back to my channel. As you can read from the title, I'm going to be ranking the jobs that I've had, and let me just say I've had 5 jobs in my life and I'm 20 years old, so I'd say I have a pretty well-rounded knowledge when it comes to jobs, mostly in restaurant. Well, all in restaurant. I don't have any knowledge with retail, but if you are looking to get a job, or you are curious about jobs, or just want to know anything about jobs at a teenage level, keep watching. So I'm just gonna hop right into it. 5th place. So my least favorite job that I've ever had was none other than McDonald's. So when I was 15 and a half is when I started working here. I had like the permit with the school, so that's why I was able to work at that age. So I'm gonna do like a pros and cons list about each job. McDonald's, a couple pros were, one, they let me work at 15 and a half, which was really nice. Not a lot of jobs will allow that, and I know nowadays a lot of jobs, they want you to be 18. So I got really lucky with even getting a job at this age. Another pro was that I feel like it gave me a very good understanding of how to work with customers, because there were some insane customers that would come to McDonald's, as you can imagine. So I feel like I got a good understanding of what certain customers are like and how I should be responding to customers. Cons. So the management at my McDonald's, it was right off the freeway and it was just a mess. It didn't feel super organized. I didn't really feel cared for at all, and at 15 years old this was a very like shocking time, and I was not shocking, but you know what I mean. It was just kind of like, dang. Like one time I showed up to work wearing our work sweater, and my manager was like, what are you wearing underneath that? And I was like, nothing. And she was like, you have to be wearing our work polo underneath of this sweater. And it was just like, she was like, I would normally send you home, but we're short-staffed. And it just felt very, they didn't understand that I was a person too. I was just a piece of their employment. Like I was just one of the people working there, and that's all I really felt like there. Not a lot of discounts when I was working, and it was just overall really stressful as being so young in this fast-paced environment. Yeah, I will not be going back there. 4th place was a locally owned coffee shop. I'm not going to say the name because it is like a one of its kind and I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Yeah, this was my 2nd to least favorite job. The pros of this little coffee shop was that it was family owned, so there was really good connections with the staff. Like we would have a lot of staff hangouts, and I feel like it was like really fun. Like there was like a good friendships being made and everything. But for cons, there was not a lot of room to move up. Like I was hired as a barista and I was never once on bar. I like missed one training and they were like, oh, well, she doesn't want to be in barista, when I really did want to be a barista. And it just really, like, there was definitely favoritism. It was family owned and there was a lot of relatives of the people that owned it working there. Yeah, it felt pretty cliquey just because it was like I wasn't related to the people that owned it, so I was only working there for a very short amount of time. 3rd place, Chick-fil-A. This was one of a better jobs that I had. So I got this job right after I left McDonald's, so it was a really good upgrade from working from McDonald's to Chick-fil-A. Some pros about Chick-fil-A was that there was really amazing managers and staff, and it was like my senior year of high school at this time, and they had like a senior night and they bought us all dinner and really like caring. We had good discounts like on our lunch breaks. We get free meals. We obviously had Sundays off, which was really nice. I could always count on that day off of work every week. There was really good community environment. Like there was a lot of events and like good vibes with that. The only cons I would say is that, one, the uniforms are really strict. I remember one time I had like my hair like this or something, and they were like, you need to go to the bathroom and fix yourself and like fix that. And I was just like what? Like they're just really strict, but I get it, it's their image, so it makes sense. It's just for me, I don't want to have to feel like I have to be perfect at work all the time. Another thing was I remember getting confused with the scheduling a few times just because there were so many different positions, and being my first job out of McDonald's, I didn't really know like how to use different systems. Like I know some jobs have apps, some people have like calendars in the back, and I remember it being very different from the way McDonald's did things. So I just remember being confused. with like certain scheduling, but obviously if I had stayed there longer, I'm sure I would have picked it up. And the training, the other last con is that the training courses were really long. I remember I was training for like 2 weeks plus in the beginning. Every shift I was like doing training and quizzes and everything, which once again, that's their image, so I don't blame them at all. It's just for me, I just remember being like, I just want to start working already, like, you know what I mean? But overall, not a bad job. I can't complain at all. Second to my favorite, what am I saying? In second place is Canes. I know a lot of you probably maybe came from my Canes videos. Those tended to do really well on my channel, and even to this day they're still getting a lot of comments and questions, which I'm happy to answer. But yeah, I worked at Canes for a little over a year, and pros about this job was awesome staff. I made friendships there that I still have today. I loved working with everybody. We'd hang out after work, before work, just some really cool people. And another pro is that you learn every position in the beginning. It wasn't just you're hired and then you don't learn how to do anything, but you genuinely learn how to do every position, the kitchen, the drive-thru, everything. I loved learning all of that. Unlike Chick-fil-A, their uniforms are really chill. I could just throw my hair in a bun, and I had like a hat, so that helped a lot. And then we got to kind of mix and match with our uniforms. We got like hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, and then we could just wear any jeans, pants, dickies, and then I would wear my Crocs, or I would wear Docs, and it was just really, I really appreciated that because I like to have like variety and to be able to express myself while I'm working, and so that was really nice. But some cons were, it is known for being open super late, so I would have to close a few times. Like there was a time period when I would close every week, so I wouldn't get home till like 2 in the morning or later, and I just remember that really messing up my sleep schedule, and I wish I had more of like a choice. And there was a time when like that was just all I was being scheduled, which was annoying. Another thing is, although we got trained in every position, we didn't rotate a ton. Like I was rarely in the kitchen, even though like there were times when I wanted to be in the kitchen. I would have to like beg a manager, and then even then they would be like, oh well, it's really busy right now, I don't know if we should have you there. I just feel like I didn't get to have as much say in what I was doing at work, which normally I would wish that I had more say. And but yeah, overall, I loved working at Canes. Everyone I met was awesome. My managers were awesome. I would definitely recommend that job to anybody. I know every location is different, but from my experience, I had a blast working there. Okay, last but not least, the best job I have had yet in my life is Starbucks. I barely even have a cons list because I genuinely love working there so much. I have, for the pros, start with the pros. There's amazing staff. I love everyone that I work with. There's so much diversity and so much positive energy, and I really just appreciate all of my coworkers. I haven't had any bad experiences with any coworkers, and I've been working there since August, and it's February, so 5 or 6 months about. The environment is really fast and it's fun, and you don't get bored at work. There's always something to do. Another thing that I appreciate so much in a job is that they see me as a person, and when I say like I want to be on bar, I want to start like moving up, I'm really passionate about this, they listen to me. And I'm actually now one of the social media coordinators for my store, which is such a blessing because that's something that I've asked for in almost every single one of the jobs that I've had, and I've never been given it. And Starbucks has, and I just started helping run their Instagram page, and I'm having a blast so far. It's something that I'm genuinely passionate about, and the fact that they trusted me and a few other girls with running the page, I just like love that. Like it earned so many points in my head towards Starbucks just as a company. Like the management is super understanding. If I like was feeling really sick at any of my other jobs, I would feel so guilty for calling out because my manager saw me as an employee and that's it. And so if I was calling out or if I was sick or if something was going on, they would be like, oh, well, they're not working for us, we're mad at you, and they would judge you. And Starbucks is like, you are a person, you have a life outside of this job, and they get it. And I feel very grateful to be in a place where I work for people who recognize me and they know that shit happens. And yeah, it's just super nice. The benefits, don't even get me started on Starbucks benefits. You can look this up and you can read all the great benefits you get working there. It's insane. I've never had a job with such good benefits. The only cons, I don't even really have anything bad to say, but if I were to have something to say, is that it can be hard for people. If this is like your first job, it can be really hard to pick up. It's so fast and like so busy, and especially with all the drinks, like you let someone come in and order some crazy drink and you just have to like know how to make it. It's all about like memorization when you first get hired. That's not even really a con because you go through training that helps you with all of this stuff. Like I said, I don't really have anything negative to say, but if I were to have something to say, it would just be, it can be really stressful when you first start. It was a little stressful for me, but I love fast-paced environment. I have to be moving constantly or else I'm bored and I feel like the shift's taking forever. I never feel bored at work. And yeah, so those are the 5 jobs that I've had in my life so far. I know I ranked them, but the order that I actually worked them was I started at McDonald's, then I went to Chick-fil-A, then I got hired at Cane's at the same time that I was working at this coffee shop. It was over the summer, I was trying to balance the two, but eventually I ended up leaving the coffee shop because I liked working at Cane's better. And then now I'm at Starbucks. So yeah, that's the order of events for these jobs. But yeah, I'm really grateful to have so much experience with like working and being able to like give advice to you guys or whoever's watching. I started working at a young age, so if you're watching this and you're young and you're confused like I was, then feel free to reach out to me or comment and I'll respond to like everybody. I'll do my best. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. That's a little bit of my experience. Obviously all these jobs people can have completely different experiences than I did. This is just with the locations that I've worked at. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not thrashing any of these jobs. I think any job is good because you're making money. So I definitely am not trying to put down any of these jobs, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, so I'm glad I finally got to make it. I just wanted to have some more experience at Starbucks before I could kind of like rate it, I guess. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, you can do that down below. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, I'll put it down below as well. Comment any questions, DM me, reach out. I want to help you guys. I hope this was informative, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.